Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, and I've already prepared 2 of the breast, so it's almost too late. When I do chicken breast, I buy them whole breast on the bone. They're cheaper and bigger, and you get to make soup, so it's a win-win. To debone the breast, it's very easy. These 2 came apart very easily. Sometimes they fight you and you gotta hack it apart and it looks bad. I hope this one goes well. You just come in, they leave the knuckle, they leave a lot on here that you wouldn't get usually in the US when you buy a breast. But you just come right in here around the rib cage, just put your thumb and finger together. You'll feel the wishbone in there. Generally it stays in, sometimes it comes out. And just carefully work your finger down the side. Don't cut your hand on any of the ribs. And there's a cartilage right in here. You want to try and get that out in one piece. If it starts to break, then you got to cut it out, and it's a little more work. It's not hard though. Wow, I don't know if that thump is coming through for you, but the neighbors have gotten very loud today. But you just peel it up, and that cartilage is all here. Sometimes that will break and it's hard to get out. Well, actually that's pretty clean. I was going to say I leave a lot of meat on it because I'm not throwing these out. I'm going to cook this into a chicken soup. So we'll put it in here for later. These little pieces, there's usually little scraps. Sometimes they stick to the bone, sometimes they don't. They go in there because they're part of the soup. You want to feel it, make sure nothing's here. Okay, the wishbone did come out. A lot of times the wishbone is right here. You got to fish it out. It did come out. This is one that broke. I'm going to just throw that out for the dogs. There's no cartilage, there's no bone. Flip it over. I take the skin off. It'll usually just tear. Sometimes it's tough or your hands are slick and you have to cut it, but usually it'll just tear right off. And I throw that in. It's going to be part of the soup. Then I take right along here, right where that cartilage was, and just cut. Now I've got 2 chicken breasts. Now of course before I put them away, not sure what that is, that's a little dark spot. Whatever it is, I don't want it. And it's not going to let me cut it off, it's moving. Okay, that'll go out to the dogs. The dogs love grocery day. Anyway, wow, those neighbors are loud today. The next thing is, these are always, when you get the breast, it'll be thin here, it'll be thicker here. It's not that big of a deal, but it does make them cook unevenly. Something I used to do if I'm making a patty, like a chicken parmesan or chicken sandwich, you want it to be more even. Now when you buy them the fillets at the store, they are more even because all that extra part got left on the bone and they sell it as a soup pack. So all I do is I take my meat mallet, chicken's not very tough, so you don't do it much or you'll end up tearing it. But just real quick, you pound it out. I put the plastic over it because I don't want to wear the chicken. And sometimes when you hit it with a hammer, it splatters. So you just pound it out. Then I lay them in the bags like this, the way I did my pork. Put them in, roll them in the bag and freeze them, and you're good to go for the week. The chicken, we'll make some soup. That'll be fun. Once you've got them pounded out, you take a bag. Now we use the bags that the meat and the veggies come in. But if we have too much meat, we do have a roll that we buy. They sell Ziploc bags here, but these are cheap and disposable, and who cares? They're easy. You just lay the meat in, fold the opening over. Don't let the chicken touch each other. Fold them over. Now, when they freeze, you can pull out one at a time. And now I've got lots of pork, lots of chicken. We're good to go.